All right, man. Welcome to another episode of the Phin Outta Football Podcast. We are back for some Week 8 reactions. I got my brother from another Raw Man in the building with me, and I am your host with the most, B Herbo. First things first, though, Rod. This was an incredible weekend of football again. This is one of the best years of football that I can remember. Like, everybody's getting off, dog. Like, we're so far removed from them 12 to 13 scores and the 10 to 13 scores. Like, we're getting some elite, high level playmaking all across Sundays right now, dog. And I'm happy. I'm ecstatic for it, and I love it. I love it, bro. So we'll get to the Dolphins. That's the one thing that I did not love. I know you definitely didn't love. But we will get to the Dolphins. But before we do that, we have two things to do. We have one, which is house cleaning, bro. So this is your first time watching us. Just understand that this is a NFL show from fans for the fans. We don't do analysis. We're not giving you complete breakdowns. If you want that, take your ass to PFF, man. You getting barbershop talk from two dudes from the hood that just loves to talk football. Number two, we have a love for a lot of things and we try to bring them together like it's a gumbo. So what we're gonna do going forward, man, just a little drip check, man. You feel me? You see the word anime. You know what I'm saying? Rock. My boy got that Uzumaki on right now. You feel me? Hey,
Naruto.
yeah, I
Hey,
see you.
hey, listen,
I
man. I'm gonna be the
see you.
Hokage one day, bruh. I'm gonna
I
be the
see you.
Hokage. You
I
already
see
know.
you. That thing,
Yes, sir.
yeah. Yeah, I see that
Yeah.
Uzumaki going crazy, man. So drip check,
Yes,
first
sir. Yes,
drip check
sir.
of the football season for Fit Out of Water, man. So,
Big facts.
Rob, man, let's
What's
get
up,
into
bro?
it, bro. We already got to do it, dog. Like, okay, so let me tell you my experience with this Dolphins game. It was one of the weirdest games I can remember. And those games that always end like that are always weird, where your team is in complete dominance, and then out of nowhere you guys lose, right? Like I've been on the end of that as a Cowboys fan several times. You've been on the end of that. This is nothing new, but this one was really strange because I can't even imagine how you lost the game like that, where you guys looked like you had total, absolute control. So what the hell happened? Let's get into it, man. Miami Dolphins lose to the Arizona Cardinals 28-27. Rod, talk to me, man. Take me through this, bro.
Man, Herbie. Well, let me just say it like this, right? First and foremost, right away, the first drive when you see Tua driving downfield, you were like, oh yeah, this is what we could look like. We could actually look like a competent NFL offense. Herbie, color me this, Herbie. The Dolphins averaged the Dolphins average this season is 11 and a half points per game. We were actually able to have 13 points at the half. So it was a beautiful thing. It's and to your point, Herbie, it really was a strange kind of a game, right? Because the Dolphins, for the most part, especially in the first half and much of the third quarter, were in control. But you see, Herbie, the thing about football and why football is such an incredible sport is because football oftentimes, yeah, there's 60 minutes in a game, but oftentimes, Herbie, there are just a few, one or two or three key plays that swing momentum one way or the other, or that just completely flip the script for a team, like turnovers. And Herbie, the Dolphins, while they had their mistakes and while we were doing pretty well for most of the afternoon, my boy, once that safety happened, man, I felt it, Herbie. I think every Dolphin fan who was watching that game, whether they were at the stadium, whether they were on their couch, watching on their phone at work, whatever the case may be, when that safety happened where Tua got hit with an illegal batted illegal batted ball, which is just like, nigga, it's already a safety. Like, what the fuck y'all even calling it for? But whatever. That's neither here nor there. Um, I could just feel it then, Herbie. Even when we scored to go up 27-18, it just felt dirty. It just felt eerie. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about the Dolphins, Herbie, and I'm just looking big picture here, right? Because I know we're talking about the game, and for all intents and purposes, it was an entertaining game. I mean, it killed me. My heart killed me to watch the defense, who I have, Herbie, this whole season. I've been behind the defense's back. Like, the defense has been the one maybe bright spot outside of maybe Devon Achane this season. And for whatever reason, Herbie, and listen, I know for those listening, especially for those who are in tune with the team, we were without Zach Sealer, who got hurt in practice. We were without Javon Holland, Cater Kohu. We were without a lot of guys that we rely on. No Jalen Phillips. So listen, we're down. But damn, Herbie, if there is any team that I have ever watched that is allergic to complimentary football, it's the Dolphins, Herbie. I've never seen a team where the defense could look top five one week and the offense is trash, and then the next week the offense could look top five and then the defense forgets how to fucking play. Like I was thinking to myself, like the running game looked the way it was supposed to, right? Like the Dolphins had to rely on the running game without Tua. That translated into this game. The defense, and I know the injuries probably play a part, but damn, Herbie, um, especially in the fourth quarter. Come on, bro. We can't have Marvin Harrison Jr. looking like his daddy, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just the Dolphins just know how to disappoint week after week. And here's the thing, Herbie. Here's the thing about this game that hurts the most, at least for me. It's the fact that when we go to Buffalo next week, Herbie, you know what's gonna happen. They're gonna grab us
Listen,
by the back of the neck, bend us over, and they're gonna give it to us porn star style, bro. You know it.
Listen, that was the part that really bothered me and pissed me off because I got a couple stocks right now. You feel me? I got my biggest hater Trevor Lawrence stock. I got my Marvin Harrison Jr. is slightly overrated stock, and you would have never guessed that stock is pummeling after that game, bro. Like, my mind was blown when he caught that touchdown in the back of the end zone. I'm like, ain't no way he caught that at number five. Number five ain't giving that up. They did a replay. Instantaneously, he beat number five off the line. I said, "Oh my god! Oh my goodness! Oh my god! It's gonna be one of them days." So
Bruh.
yeah, it was. I'm watching the game. I'm following the game. It. Okay, let put it like this. Not everything is negative. Let me just get my light fixed real quick. Not everything is negative, right? Like you
Of
said,
course.
and we already resigned to the fact that this season might have been done anyway, right? Like you guys being 2-5 in a division where Buffalo looks like they're going to pretty much run away with the division, and it is too competitive for you to even think about a wild card spot at this point, right? So you're more than likely not going to make the playoffs. It sucks, but it's a reality and it's a realization that you guys just have to accept, right? This is a season where you lost your quarterback for multiple games, and if the if anything, this game showed you that the value in having Tua Tagovailoa, right? Yes. Is he perfect? No. Does he have certain limitations? Absolutely. But is he an absolute upgrade over every single person you have in that room, that quarterback sector? Hell fucking yes. Now, the question I have to ask you, Rod, and this is a very important question to ask because this is about building, this is about team building, and this is about organizational structure. Is it that Tua, it's his talent that is allowing this team to look like utter shit when he's not there? Or is it that the system is so tailor made to him that it's only going to work with him? What do you think is F? What do you think is more on that pendulum, sir? If you would say.
Well, I don't want to like give you a cop out answer, but if I'm being honest with you, Herbie, I think it's a combination of both, and I will explain to you why. It's a combination of both because one, obviously, the system really focuses on, or how should I put it, the way that the system is in Miami, especially with the skill position players that we have. It's really tailored to the speed, and what you really need for the offense that we run is a guy who can anticipate throws. Herbie, listen, Tua will never be considered the best runner, the best quarterback. He won't even be considered the most accurate quarterback. But Herbie, if I were to put my chips on the table to bet about a skill that Tua might have better than anybody, I I could you could make the case, and there's film to prove it. You can make the argument he's the best anticipation thrower in football. Like Herbie, even just watching in this game, you see how much the Dolphins missed this man. You gotta think about this too, Herbie, in football terms. Tua since 2023 averages 2.33 seconds in terms of getting the ball out of his hand into a receiver's hand. That's been the fastest in the league. And he does that while processing what the defense is doing and identifying, okay, this is the guy I have to throw to. And the ball is out before the guy even turns around. The ball is regularly out before guys are out of their break. And you saw that in this game against the Cardinals. You saw the anticipation. You saw guys turning around and the ball is right there. So when you look at it from that aspect, that's kind of where Tua's talent is tailored towards. Tua's talent is just being a really good pocket passer. So at the end of the day, he has those traits and they show themselves when he's playing. And that's where the Dolphins have issues is the fact that you're not really gonna find too many quarterbacks that have that kind of skill. Because even when we had Teddy Bridgewater, who I remember Sean Payton famously said on Colin Cowherd, "Oh, Teddy Bridgewater is gonna take Tua's job by midseason." No, because the way this offense is designed for someone who can read the field quickly. This offense is designed for someone. Herbie, here's the thing. I think one of the greatest travesties that the Dolphins have done in this era and in previous eras is that we can't get the offensive line right. Herbie, I know there's two things that really killed me this game, Herbie. Was one was the fact that I realized that the Dolphins have to run the kind of offense that we ran. Like Tua threw a lot of short passes in this game, and we didn't have a lot of shot plays. We didn't have a lot of plays that went downfield. That's by design, Herbie, because they're trying to protect the nigga because they don't trust the pass protection. And then on top of that, Herbie, these niggas have training camp. These niggas have years of playing football. Why the fuck can't they handle snaps? Like, why is snapping the ball still an issue? Why is it that Herbie? That's basically what cost the Dolphins the game was a bad snap that led to a safety. You gave Arizona 2 points, and you allowed them to score, march right down the field, and get within 2 points of you. So even when you go and you raise the lead, they still have a chance, and then we can't even put the game away. So, Herbie, what it comes down to is like the reason why when Tua steps out, like Tua is a talented quarterback in the sense of like he's not talented in terms of like great physical talent, right? He doesn't have the metrics, the physical metrics of a Herbert. He doesn't have the arm of some of these better quarterbacks. But in terms of just being in the pocket, being able to read the field, being able to be accurate, being able to throw on time and rhythm, and being able to anticipate, Herbie, that's what you want a quarterback to do. That's a quarterback's job. So Tua can do a quarterback's job very well. The problem is he just doesn't give you anything special on top of it. So, you know, that's basically where I see that. You know what I'm saying? But just
Yeah,
watching this
yeah.
game, Herbie. Go ahead.
No. Go finish your thought, bro. This is your segment, bro. Finish your thought, bro.
Nah, man. Just watching this game, Herbie, just made me think like Tua played a pretty efficient, solid game, Herbie, and we weren't able to come through against a mediocre Cardinals team, which just tells me that we're in for a long ride. This is the silver lining I have. This is it right here, Herbie. The
Hmm.
games will be fun to watch.
That is true. That
The games
listen
will be fun to watch. That's all we
as
got. That's all I can have for you right
as
now.
two
That's it.
individuals as two individuals who do a Dolphin centric or Dolphins inspired football podcast. It was the roughest Sundays ever having to watch fucking Skylar Thompson, Tim Boyle, and and Tyron Huntley or Tyler Huntley or whatever his name is. No disrespect to the boy. You feel me? But it was rough. When I watched Tua, put like this, dog. There's a reason Tyreek Hill said his dreams came true when it was announced that Tua was coming back, dog. The players were dying inside having to play with
Of
those dudes,
course.
bro. Because you gotta think about it. I'm running routes. It's hot. This game is physical. I'm hurting. I had to take an ice bath, all to get a pass from Tim fucking Boyle. Are you crazy? Are you
A wobbler
crazy?
too. A
To get a
shitty
wobbler.
wobbler. Yeah.
Somebody who in college at Cincinnati went 1-13 as a starter. This man kidnap. How is he even in the NFL? That man got naked pictures of Stephen Ross. That man got naked pictures of fucking Chris Greer. He got naked pictures of Roger Goodell. We're talking about somebody who has one win in his college career as a starter. and he made the league.
Crazy. Crazy.
And what he displayed last week was football malpractice. I always bring this point up because it's a point that I think is lost. This is a real game with real people that have real feelings and real emotions. They know what is back there. They know what they have to deal with. You go to the stadium knowing you got an L just because you go against these dudes in practice. You know you losing. You know you losing. So that juice, that energy, that pizzazz that the Dolphins had, it was the most or the closest I felt to how you guys looked last year. And that
Facts.
at the very least, I can look forward to having to do what is essentially our job now, which is to watch with a critical eye the Miami Dolphins. I am not a Miami Dolphins fan, but for the sake of the podcast, I watch you guys every fucking Sunday. I watch damn near every snap. And man, it was a rough 5 weeks. Thank the fucking Lord he's back. Thank the Lord.
Hey, but you know what? You know what's so messed up, Herbie? And this is the thing I got to point out. The Dolphins didn't have to put Tua on injured reserve. Like, that was straight PR shit. Like, they didn't want to get reamed by the media and the NFL, so they sacrificed this season just so they wouldn't get their ass fucked in the media, Herbie. That's basically what happened. Because he didn't have, like, Tua was probably good after a couple of weeks. Now, obviously, with his history, you want to play it safe. I'm not actually really giving them shit for that. But it's just when you look back, it's like, damn, did he really need to get put on injured reserve, though? Like, I don't know. Maybe that's
another question that we're gonna have. So shout out to the boy Tony P watching there. You feel me? Strong supporter,
Tony.
bro. You always show
What
love,
up,
man.
boy?
And like he said, a completely different team when Tua is on the field. Absolutely. Now we have to get to that point in the conversation. Should he be on the field? From our perspective, we know what he feels. We know what he said it. I'll die to play this game, essentially, and I'm paraphrasing. You know what he's going to do. He could get 10 concussions. He's going to try to come back 10 times. But you as a fan, seeing him on the field, I don't want it to get to the point where people are letting their selfish biases or biases get in the way of what they should or should not feel. Me, I said what I said, which is, that's a grown man. I ain't got no comment on it, bro. That's his decision. You said in previous episodes you don't think he should play. How do you feel now? Is that consistent, or did you come around? Or I'm not going to say come around, but how do you feel now?
Well, I will say, Herbie, my stance on him after watching him scramble his brains again, Herbie, I'm gonna stand on him not playing. Am I happy he's back? Fuck yeah. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. You know what I mean? Like, I'm happy to see him back. He's playing the game he loves. I would never begrudge him for doing it. If anything, I just want him to retire because I'm just thinking. Listen, I have no stake in this man's life, but I'm just thinking for the future. When he gets a little older, I just feel like this shit's gonna come back to haunt him. But listen, if you want to sacrifice yourself for these Dolphins, go ahead, Tua. I ain't gonna stop you. I'd rather watch you than Tyler Huntley or Skylar Thompson, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, like Herbie, man, that shit was pain. It was pain, Herbie. It was awful watching those guys sling that
rough.
rock, man.
It was rough. It was really rough, man. So the homie Tony says he's about to make his nightmare come true if he keeps going on the field. So that is letting you know right there,
man. I don't disagree. You know.
So do you have a post of the fandom, right? And we're gonna get it. We're gonna see more and more posts, but we have. I'm a pseudo fan. I would say just a pseudo fan, outside fan. But you are a diehard fan. We have our friend Tony, who's a diehard fan, and you guys are in lock. But I seen some of the posts after the game. The fandom is all over the goddamn place when it comes to the question I just asked, which is, should he be playing? You know, and I'm not gonna say the fandom is split. It's just it's not split down the middle. It's split in pieces, bro. Like it's like somebody cracked the grass.
Yeah,
it is shattered. There is opinions all over the goddamn spectrum when it comes to that question. It is very sensitive, and the reason why it's such a sensitive and touchy subject is because we all seen it. We seen it twice. We've seen it twice on Thursday Night Football,
Yep.
when everybody's watching him and the Dolphins, and it's like you never want it to happen at all. But if it's gonna happen, definitely not when everybody is watching. So
Right. Right.
I can't divorce myself from the multiple times I've seen him do the Spencer reaction. But at the same time, I can't tell a man not to do what he loves, bro.
True that. That's the
What
thing,
comes with
man.
it, the long term health, the complications, whatever. Hey, bro. Hey, that's on you, bro. That's on you. That's on you. And all I can do at this point is support him. And all I can do is give a deep exhale so I never have to see Tim Boyle again, bro. Oh, thank God. Thank fucking God. All right. Um. So let's look ahead. You got Bills next week. You guys are 2-5. I think they're 5-2 or 6-2.
Something
They
like that,
dominated.
man.
Yeah, they dominated the Seahawks today. They look like that Amari Cooper trade, and he didn't even have that. He didn't really have a dominant game, but just him being on the field kind of just really improved the offense. So, how do you feel about that matchup going forward next week, and then that matchup for the potential rest of the year, Rock?
I mean, Herbie, like I was saying before, man, when we go to Buffalo next week, I am fully expecting Buffalo to grab the Dolphins by the back of the neck, pin the motherfuckers down, and give it to them, dog. Bang Bros style, nigga. Like, the way Buffalo has looked this season, like the Dolphins and the Bills have been on two totally different trajectories, dog. The Bills saw that they were fucking up and they improved themselves. The Dolphins were in a position to where we were without our general, without the leader of the team, and now that he's back, we're in desperation mode, Herbie. And here's the problem, man. That's why you got to take care of the games that you need to take care of when they happen. This is why the Dolphins, Herbie, as an organization, a lot of fans are calling for somebody to get fired. A lot of fans want to see some kind of change in the front office, in the coaching staff, and I don't blame them because at the end of the day, they should have planned for this, Herbie. And you made an excellent point a few podcasts ago about the Dolphins being too in tune with Tua's feelings, but there's also the aspect of there probably aren't too many backups that could really run this offense anyway. Like if a guy like Teddy Bridgewater, who was successful in multiple places, even as a backup, had trouble running this shit, I mean, you probably need someone who's a little better than your average backup to run this shit. But when you know that your quarterback is injury prone, Herbie, that's the risk you're supposed to take. So the Dolphins have put the organization, they put themselves in this situation, paying a guy who had an injury prone history, and you didn't prepare in the event that he got hurt, and now our season is in jeopardy, Herbie. Now our season, well, I say the season is in jeopardy. I personally think this season is a wash. The only possible silver lining you might have is that the AFC there's so much parity in the AFC. There's so much mediocrity in the AFC that outside of like the top 3-4 teams, the wild card race is a little muddled. There could be some 9-8 teams and maybe even an 8-9 team that could sneak in, Herbie. But I mean, the Dolphins, Herbie, after we play Buffalo next week, we will likely match our loss total from last year. We went 11-6 last year. We're already at 2-5. So if we're just gonna be realistic, things don't look bright for us, man. Things look bleak. And yes, Tua returning is good, but we have lost other guys. The defense has gotten weaker. I don't know, Herbie. This shit. The only thing I can say is that at least the football won't be terrible. But in terms of having hope, in terms of having hope, in terms of
uh,
believing what we could do, I'm not gonna. I won't listen. I love the Dolphins, but I won't lie to my people, to my fellow Fins fans who want to believe there is no hope, dog.
all right. Okay. So here's the thing. This is what we're gonna do. This is another Dolphin season where we get to say, "Hey, man, we get him next year." But I'd rather do this. Let's have a misery loves company, man. Let's kick the back end of the New York Jets, man. Yeah, yeah. Let's kick they back in, baby. Listen, if the Miami Dolphins got to be 2-5, I will happily have the New York Jets be 2-5 with us, baby. You feel me?
Yeah,
Misery, because
boy.
I'm the
Yeah.
what's my slogan, bro? I'm the biggest hater, nigga.
Hater
Yeah,
Herb.
come
Hater
on,
Herb.
come on down, New York Jets,
Hater
bro.
Herb. Let's
Yeah,
go.
man.
Let's
All right.
go.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you about this game. How much of this Patriots game did you watch, bro? Patriots defeat the Jets. And the funny thing about these games is that you hate both teams. You don't
Yeah.
like neither team. But if it's the Jets or anybody else, you choose the Jets to die every single time, bro. Like
Every
it's
time, Herbie.
hilarious. It's
Every time.
hilarious how much you hate the Jets, bro. It's
Can't stand them.
comical, dog.
Hate them.
So so put it like this, I'm watching the game and I actually cut the game off because the Jets, who went down 7-zip early on, they took control of the game. And then I look and I see the final score and I say, wait a minute. Or I didn't even see the final score. I just seen the memes. I'm like, memes of what? How they didn't lose? I go on my score app. That shit say Patriots defeat New York Jets 25-22. I said, how? What happened?
Jacoby
And
Brissett
then
happened. Jacoby Brissett happened, Herbie. That's what happened.
and he wasn't even great. He was 14-26 for less than 200 yards passing. He didn't even throw a touchdown.
Yeah.
So I was just like, what is going on? And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because they lost. We are watching something that will never be broken, an undeniable truth, a universal truth, as they would say. And that universal truth is no matter what, no matter the era, no matter the time, no matter the decade, no matter the century, the Jets will be an embarrassment, dog. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Aaron Rodgers is a top 5 quarterback. Not top 5 quarterback now.
All
He's a
time.
top 5 quarterback of all time.
All time.
Right now,
Crazy.
he is still in the top 10 in PFF. He is still playing good quarterback. He is still a good quarterback. And at times, he's shown to be able to do elite things still at this age. And it does not matter. It doesn't matter what kind of aura Aaron Rodgers has. It doesn't matter what kind of riz Aaron Rodgers has. It doesn't matter what he's done. His 4 MVPs, his 1 championship, his touchdown passes, his 60,000 yards that he has. None of that matters when you put that green and yellow, that green and white on, dog. It's grits. It's grits. You can't fight destiny. Destiny says, if you look at the Bible, bro, go get in the Bible. It's in the Bible, dog. At Finitus 13:14 dash, thou will always see the Jets be trash. That's what it is, bro. It's in the Bible, dog. Don't argue with me. Don't argue with me, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Like it's in the Bible, bro. Like, hey, take it up with God.
Oh,
Don't take it up with me. Take it up with the man upstairs. He made sure that no matter what, the Jets will be the biggest embarrassment, dog. So yeah, bro. Hey, that's just what it is, dog.
Herbie, I want you to. Well, maybe I find this. I savor this. The Jets have managed, Herbie, to get not 1, but 2 all-time great Packer quarterbacks. Mind you, when Brett Favre went, the way he fizzled out, people thought he was washed. And then he went to Minnesota and had one of the best seasons of his career.
Think about this. Think about
Think
this.
about
Do
that,
you
bruh.
do you know how this is so Jets? Brett Favre's career with the Jets ended because he was out here sending bitches dick pics, bro. Like that on the staff. What else is more Jets than that, bro? Like what else is
Nothing.
more Jets than that? Like
Nothing.
it is a comically unserious organization, bro. Like it's a comically unserious organization. Listen, the Cleveland Browns, who won, by the way, in a very unserious fashion.
Famous Jameis. Let's
the
go.
Dallas Cowboys. There's just so many unserious football teams in the world right now, dog. And the Jets are at the top, bro. Like, there's no way they should have lost this game, but they lost it in the most Jets way possible, dog. I'm convinced, bro. Like, I would have to make a DeLorean go into another dimension to see a good Jets team, bro. Because it's not happening in this dimension, bro. It's not happening in this universe, dog. I will have to go to a parallel universe where on Earth 13B instead of fucking Earth Prime. This is Earth Prime. That shit is grits on Earth Prime, bro. We're gonna get into a fucking different dimension, bro. Parallel universe, just so I can see the Jets win, because it ain't happening here. I need to go
Herbie.
into the multiverse of madness, dog, to see the Jets win. I need to get Doctor Strange. I need to holler at somebody, because this ain't happening. Not in this universe. Not happening. No way, Jose. No way, Jose.
Bro, it's crazy to think, Herbie. And I might be wrong, but the best Jets teams that I can remember are the Rex Ryan ones. When
Which
he
is
had Thomas
so
Jones,
crazy.
Mark Sanchez, the fucking butt
Darrell
fumble, bro.
Revis, Bar Scott,
Bro,
like,
those teams are the best Jets teams that I remember, bro.
think
Like,
about
it's
what you
been
just
forever.
said. Think about what you just said. If you take the Joe Namath 70s Jets out of the equation, Rex Ryan has put the most formidable Jets teams out in the past 50 years. That is absurd.
Loco.
Rex Ryan had the most successful Jets team in the past 50 years.
They had
Rex
back-to-back
Ryan
like AFC Championship
went to back-to-back
appearances.
AFC championships, beat the Colts and in one of those years, and beat the Patriots in one of those years. The New
Beat
York
them in the
Jets
same year. They beat them
beat
in the
them in the
same
same
year.
year. The New
Yeah.
York Jets. So it's funny, bro. Like, if the Dolphins are gonna be ass, bro, as long as the Jets are ass too, bro. So hey, bro, like we gonna have that one. All right, all right, next game, man. This game I actually wanted to talk about because it was incredible. It wasn't a good game. It was very interesting, had a lot of tension, and this is the Commanders and the Bears. But the reason why I want to talk about this is because it gives me an opportunity to recap something I said last week, but the audio was messed up, and it was too good of a point to get lost. So I want to reiterate it here. But first, we'll get to that. But let's just break down the game. The other reason why I wanted to talk about this game is too because it was a showcase, and essentially this was for the Rookie of the Year. This is what this game was for, Rookie of the Year. It had Chicago Bears versus the. Oops, I have that shit wrong. Funny. Oh my god, funny. So everybody who's watching this, I actually set this up because I thought the game was done. And then the Commanders won on a Hail Mary, bro. I forgot to change
That
it. So
ending, that ending is crazy. That
let
ending
me
was so
let me
fucking
go ahead
crazy,
and
man.
fix that. My bad. Lose to Commanders 18 to 15 18 to 15. My bad. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy. So, Rod, how much of the game did you watch? Because I know you missed the ending, but how much of the game
So
did you catch?
I caught probably most of the first half. I had to kind of run some errands before I had to come to the studio to record. So
Mm-hmm.
I caught maybe like the first half of the game. Caught some of it.
All right, that's cool. So, ain't no point of real recapping it. It's not that big of a game. I just have some points that I want to talk about. So, one, both quarterbacks, you could tell that they both understood the importance and the magnitude of the game. No matter
They
what
felt
they'll
that
say,
pressure.
no
Oh
matter
yeah.
what they'll say, oh, nah, we don't know. Caleb Williams, for 3.5 quarters or 3 quarters, played like a dude who was pressing. Jaden Daniels started to press because he couldn't score and put it away, which is why they scored 12 points and they didn't score for the rest of the game until that Hail Mary. You saw two young dudes who understood that they're linked together forever, their entire careers. That's just what it is. It just so happened that they had to play each other, but they're linked. And you could tell, right? One person, which is Jaden Daniels, he started hot, kind of faded into the last game, literally the last play. And then you had Caleb Williams, who was really bad for 90% of this game.
Yeah, I can
He
see.
finished the third quarter with 3 yards passing, dog. All of his yards, he finished with 131 yards that game. All of it came in the fourth quarter. He had 95 yards in the fourth quarter, which means that he had 20 what? He had 34 passing yards for the first three quarters, bro. So,
Struggling. He's
so
struggling.
or 36. I'm sorry, he had 36 passing yards, or 26 passing yards for the rest of the first 26 passing yards the first three quarters. So it was just one of those kind of games where it was just like you could tell, and that's what made it such a good game to watch, despite the score, despite everything. Defensive games still matter. If it's a low scoring game, but because the defenses are absolutely playing geek, it's a fun game to watch, which made that ending even more fun and exciting and unbelievable. Go ahead.
I just want to make a point, Herbie, is that Dan Quinn is the coach for the Commanders now. If
He is.
I'm not
I'm
mistaken,
not calling them the Commanders, dog. They the football team. But yes,
the
he's
football
the head
team.
coach. He's the head coach of the football team. Yes.
I do want to say her because the Bears we knew about based on last season, but I do want to give them some props, Herbie, because they've been like it wasn't just this game. Defensively, they've been pretty good all year,
Mm-hmm.
and so I just want to go ahead and give the Commanders their props in that
Well,
regard.
so here's the funny thing about it. They actually haven't been good defensively. They just had timely defensive stops, right?
There you
But the
go.
last 2 or 3 games, the defense has been a lot better. And this game, granted, the Bears did have a backup left tackle in it. He was atrocious at times. But you can tell that Caleb either didn't know what he was doing, what he was looking at. He felt the pressure before, even when he had a clean pocket. And that's the one thing that I noticed when it comes to Caleb, because it looked like Caleb for the first 2 weeks. And I think that Caleb, if he presses, Caleb feels the pressure. And he likes to pretend he doesn't. He likes to act like he's super and confident. And I know he did. Everybody is the NFL, but he presses. And when he presses, it don't look pretty. It don't look good. He amps himself up too high. He amps himself up too much, and it doesn't look like great football. Which is why it took to the fourth quarter. It took 3 quarters for him to feel comfortable in the game, and but ultimately it's a regular season game. That's not really the crux of what I want to talk about. The crux of what I actually want to talk about is what I talked about last week, which is this game was a look ahead to what the NFL is going to be. The future of the NFL. And the future of the NFL is going to be an NFL where damn near every single starting quarterback is going to be a young black man. That is where it's going. That's where it's headed. Think about this. The best quarterback in the world is black, Patrick Mahomes. The second best quarterback in the world is black, Lamar Jackson. You had Jaden Daniels, who has potential to be, at minimum, a top 10 quarterback. You have Caleb Williams, who at minimum has the potential to be a top 10 quarterback. You have CJ Stroud playing another black quarterback today in Anthony Richardson. You
Jordan
had
Love.
you have Jordan Love. You have in the draft. Think about this in the draft. In the draft, 3 of the 5 quarterbacks that might get drafted are going to be black, most likely. Shador Sanders,
Shador.
Cam Ward,
Cam Ward. Yep.
Jalen Milroe.
Yep. The revolution will be
This is
televised,
what it
Herbie.
this is what it's going to be. This is what the NFL is going to be looking like. Now, you know me, you feel me? We are obviously never afraid to talk about race, but that's not really what we do, especially not on this podcast. We just talk about football. But it's something that, in my opinion, is important for one reason. It has to be discussed. Like, you can't ignore it. Like, you can't ignore it. And
Especially given the history.
especially given the history. And that's the other thing that I wanted to talk about, because you got to think about this. This is the same NFL that told Warren Moon that you weren't smart enough to play quarterback in our league. Warren Moon had to go to the CFL. Warren Moon didn't get to the NFL until he was 28 years old. Warren
Yep.
Moon.
Hall of
Warren
Famer.
Moon. Hall of Famer, first ballot, was told he wasn't smart enough to play the position in the NFL. He had to sacrifice 6 years of his physical prime in the CFL to get a shot. We're not that far removed from Lamar Jackson being told that he was better off playing wide receiver by a Hall of Fame GM and by the name of Bill Polian. Bill Polian. Bill Polian. 3-time GM of the year, Bill Polian, by the way. Told
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson, I think he should convert to wide receiver. 2-time MVP, Lamar Jackson. Heisman Trophy winner at quarterback for Louisville, Lamar Jackson. Somebody who's won every single place or has shown that he's an elite quarterback talent every place he's going back to high school at
Every level,
Pompano Beach
dog.
High at every level. So it just makes me wonder about all of the quarterbacks that could have been if they were allowed to play that position back then. We are obviously way better when it comes to allowing black men, young black men, to be quarterbacks. But for the longest time, we were only appreciated for what we could do from the neck down, not essentially what we could do from the neck up. And there's a lot of people that did not get an opportunity that they should have had. There's a lot of
It's
Hall of
true.
Famers that don't exist that should exist. And it's just a crazy thing to see when you actually let them play the quarterback position, how they just take over the position. You
Maybe
can't be
that's
a
what.
statue.
Maybe that was the fear too, Herbie.
It has to be. That has to be
That
the
was the
fear.
fear.
That has
You
to be
know.
the fear, right? Like we done with these statues, bro. Like the future of NFL quarterbacking involves you being mobile, athletic, some type of speed, anything. Like you
Yep.
can't just you got to be incredible to just pick people apart, dog. Like you're not gonna see Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning anymore. That shit is done. Them days is
Done.
over.
Done.
It's over.
It's done, bro.
It's
So done.
over. But it I'm happy. I don't want to get caught up in the past. It is a beautiful thing. Like I don't want to make it seem like I'm full of sorrow or anything like that. It ultimately is beautiful that these guys are actually getting to flourish now. But I can't help but wonder is what I'm saying. So I know I ranted, but go ahead if you got anything that you want to add on as well, bro.
No, Herbie. I mean, y'all. Those were great points that you made. All I would say is that you think about all the guys who had to pave the way for these guys who came through. You know, Warren Moon and Randall
Randall
Cunningham,
Cunningham, man.
and hell, even
Uh,
Doug Williams
Doug
and fuck,
Williams.
you know what I mean? Like Michael Vick. Like, there were so many guys who along the way they kind of helped pave the way for these guys. And it's a beautiful thing to see that now we have a wealth of talent, a wealth of young colored men at the position. In a league where 70% of the guys playing are black anyway, right? You would think that there would have been more quarterbacks, but that's neither here nor there. Now
Mm-hmm.
we are seeing it. We're seeing it happen, and just like you, Herbie, I'm excited and I'm glad that we're seeing some nice young great talent. Like Herbie, the NFL is in good hands, bro. Like a lot of these young quarterbacks, white or black, they looking good. We got a lot of good young quarterbacks in the league right now.
Nah, most definitely, man. No, definitely, bro. All right, man. Now we got the hard, serious stuff out the way, man. Let's have some motherfucking fun, bro. Rod,
Facts.
I have been waiting for this. You feel me? I've been looking at the mock drafts. I've been seeing what's going on. You feel me? Ever since I got rid of the Dallas Bum Boys, you know what I'm saying? I have been seeing ESPN, you feel me, NFL Network. I've been seeing mock drafts, dog. And I'm getting drafted to a team today, apparently, bro. This is draft day, bro. This is the bandwagon draft, dog. And I'm supposed to be going in the top three. I'm supposed to be going in the top three. So they got me going to either the Chiefs, the Lions. I'm seeing the Ravens. You feel me? So this is the bandwagon draft, dog. I'm excited, Rod. I'm excited, bro.
Let's
So
go. Let's get it.
hey, where you? Hey, bro, where do you think? Where do you see me? Where do you see me? Who you see me with? What do you see me with, bro?
Ah, man, you know the way I look at it, my nigga.
Right. Talk to me, bro. Talk to me.
All I can really say right now,
Okay. Okay.
is you gonna be in the AFC. That's why I see it. You gonna be in the AFC. You gonna be in the
Okay.
AFC.
All right. Facts. So
You gonna
you
be in the
feel me?
AFC, dog.
All right, let's do it. You ready?
Let's get it.
It's time for the bandwagon draft, dog.
Bandwagon. Let's go.
With the first pick in the
Bandwagon draft.
the Baltimore Ravens select
B Herbo.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh! Okay. Let's go. You are now a part of the Baltimore Ravens bandwagon. Beautiful. Shed them tears, Herbie. You're free. You're free, Herbie. You're free from them boys. You're free. You're free. You're free, buddy. You're free, dog. You're so free right now. Hey, cry tears of purple, my boy. No more blue and silver. You a Baltimore Raven now. Let's go.
Oh my God. Hey, Lamar.
Let's go.
Lamar, you got a real one. Say Flowers. You got another one for Broward. We coming, baby. I'm ready to work. Man.
Let's go.
We coming, baby. We got this, bro. First thing first, man. Listen, 2 Avenue, to do. I got my Baltimore lingo. I'm ready. I'm done. Ever since I cut them Dallas bum boys, bro, I wanted to work with a real gangsters, bro. Hey, mama, you ain't got to worry about us being disappointed no more, man. We done. This for you, mama. Yeah, man. Baltimore Ravens, let's get it, baby.
Hey, you about to watch The Wire tonight. You about to watch The Wire tonight, nigga.
Yeah, we lost to the Browns, bro. That was some bullshit, bro. But hey, bro, we gonna keep it moving, baby.
That's it.
All right, bro. I'm with some real gangsters, dog, for the first time in 20 years, bro. This feels the world is lifted off my shoulder, bro. Oh my God.
Must be nice. Must be nice, my brother.
Oh my God, man. Yes, Rod, bro. I feel liberated. Come on, man. Come get drafted, man.
Hey, man, I'm holding on to these fans, man. Why? I don't know, but I'm holding on to these
hey,
fans,
all
man.
jokes aside, bro, I got to play this shit again. This is comical, bro.
With the first pick in the
bandwagon draft,
the Baltimore Ravens select
B Herbo.
Hey, bro. Hey, that shit hilarious for real, though, bro. Hey, B Herbo. Baltimore Ravens select. Oh, shit.
Oh, my God, bro.
That's good stuff right there, man.
I'm done. All jokes aside, guys. I'm done with the Dallas Bum Boys. I just can't do it anymore. Like, I can't do it anymore, bro. I can never actually root for another team. I'm just gonna be happy that other teams win, bro. That's where I'm at, dog. That's mentally where I'm at, man. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get Rod's Red Zone's observation for Week 8. Rod, man, what you got for me, brother?
All right, man. This week, I don't have anything particularly funny, so I'll keep them short. I'll throw 3 at y'all. My number 1 red zone observation off the dome. I'm off the dome this week. I didn't get a chance to write them down, but I kept a mental note. The Lions are emerging as the superpower in the league. Herbie, the performance that they put on listen, I know it's the Titans, but Herbie, listen, good teams struggle against bad teams every week. It's the NFL. That's just the way it goes. So when you could just put it on a team, you drop a 50 fucking burger. I'm talking 3 patties in this motherfucker on their head. Herbie, the Lions right now, if I had to say it, Herbie, they're looking like the juggernaut of the league. Now, obviously, we got to see the playoffs and we got to see things play out
Absolutely.
in the postseason. But in terms of if you were to ask anybody, if an alien came right now and they watched NFL this week and they looked at all the games, they would tell you that the Lions were the best team in football, like off rip, and that's how they're looking right
Listen,
now.
I had somebody put it in perspective, right? So I had somebody I follow, and he said this, bro. He said the Lions put up 52 points, and Jared Goff had like 85 yards passing, dog. He said, yeah, we. He said, yeah, that we might as we fighting for that. We fighting for the wild card. I guess he was a Packers fan or something, bro. It's just like
That's
that's
it.
that's not even how is that even mathematically possible, dog?
It's
Like
ridiculous.
I get it. You had a couple pick sixes in there, and still, like still. Like they're running the ball and they're playing with dudes, bro. Like
Bro,
I
they had a
just
fucking
never.
kick return. Herbie, it's all three phases of the game. Detroit is dominating in all three phases: offense, defense, and special teams. When you can do that, Herbie, that means you literally have no weaknesses. And that's with injuries. Like, they're the superpower in the league right now. They're better than the Chiefs, in my opinion. They're better than the Ravens. They're better than everybody right now. They look the best. And I'm sure when you put the tape on, you see how they scheme things up. You see the talent, the way they impose their wills on teams week after week after week. They're the superpower, Herbie. They're the superpower.
Nah, most definitely, bro. Most definitely, dog. All right, man.
All right.
And last
All
thing
right.
before. Oh, you got some more?
I just got one more.
Oh no, go,
I
bro.
want to throw.
My bad. Go for it.
No,
Put as
no.
much as you got. Whatever you got.
No, you good. The only other red zone thought that I would even care to get off is Anthony Richardson, my guy. You gotta stop. You gotta stop shooting hoops and start playing quarterback, man. Like my dog, you can't be you can't be 5 of 19 in the third quarter, my guy. You can't finish the game 10-32, bro. You're not out here trying to break the 3-point record, man. You out here trying to complete passes, my G. And the crazy thing is, Herbie, the Colts are still like that's the part that tells you that the Colts are actually a pretty decent team because Anthony Richardson is like he's completing like 40-35% of his passes, and they're still in all these games, Herbie. Granted, he's a playmaker himself. He makes plays with his legs and whatnot, and they have a running game. But Herbie, like watching Anthony Richardson against the Texans today, I'm just thinking to myself, like, God, man, like, are they not tired of watching this man miss 20 more passes than he makes? Like, my goodness, bro. Like, I'm getting sick of that shit. I'm not even a Colts fan, bro. And I know he's a talented guy. You kind of want to wait it out, but God dang. Complete, like, bro, give me 50%, my guy. Like,
So,
please.
so you know what's crazy about that, right? So that's another thing that got I wouldn't say got lost, but the audio was bad. I made that point last week, and I'll say it again this week, and in a much better way. And I'll be more elaborative because I completely forgot about that, but I'm so happy that you mentioned him. Right, me and you, we're black content creators. We're black football content creators, right? And there is this notion in the black community that you have to protect people damn near when it comes to athletes if you're black. It's supposed to stay in house, I should say, right? It's not supposed to be outside to give people of other nationalities or other races the opportunity to pile on other young black men, right? But we got to call a spade a spade. Like, we got to have some type of credibility with this shit, bro. Like, I can't
Facts.
cape for this dude, bro. I get it. He's young. This is, in my opinion, I still agree. This is essentially his rookie year, but this went from concerning to he shouldn't be out there anymore. It's at that point, and he should have never been out there to begin with. And it's not his fault that there's no minor league in the NFL. There's no Euro League anymore. There's no other way to actually develop. Once you get
Facts.
drafted, you're hitting the goddamn field. But I can't cape for him when I seen Drake May fix what he had to fix in a week. A week.
Crazy.
You
Crazy.
cannot go 10 for 24 and then follow it up with the 10 for 32. We would kill you if you were a basketball player and had that stat line. That could never happen for a quarterback.
Facts.
Never. And it's at the point where this is beyond him having accuracy issues. He was bordering on 50 to 55%. But he attacked downfield. It's the same thing that happened with Cam Newton. And this is when I'm talking about this. I'm talking about his first 4 games that he played. I could excuse it away. I could explain that. I could say, "Hey, bro, You're throwing the ball really far. That comes with the territory. People are going to drop. You're going to miss. You're throwing shit at dudes' feet, running 5 yards in front of you right now. I can't excuse that. I can't explain that away. And the bigger issue is I know what's happening. He's at the point where he doesn't trust himself. And that's why he shouldn't be on the field right now.
Right.
Because he's spiraling right now, dog. He's trying to be accurate versus just throwing the ball. It's almost like he has the yips. And if you don't know what the yips is, to the people that's listening, yips is a term that they use in golf where you just suddenly forget your swing and you can't hit shit. You can't hit shit on the greens. Yeah. It happens in baseball too, where it's just like out of nowhere, your brain hardwires it short circuits and your form is fucked. He's trying to be accurate. You can't try to be accurate.
Right. You just got to play, bro.
You just got to play, bro.
You just got to play. That's it.
I personally have seen too much of him. I've seen him make two of the greatest throws I have ever seen. It's in there. It's in him. You can't make that throw that he did that set the internet on fire the first game of the season unless it's in you. Peyton Manning couldn't make that throw. Tom Brady couldn't do that. That nigga hit a nigga in stride 60 yards down the field. It's there. It's in him, bro. But he's thinking too much right now. And it's killing him. 10 for 32 is disgusting. At one point, he was 3 for 19, dog. That's disgusting. You can't even. You have to try to get a 3 for 19 passing. You're going to get a screen pass in there somewhere, dog. Like, they're going to try to help you out, bro.
Throw slants, a drag, a hitch. Herbie, there's so many routes that they're going to fucking give you, dog, that you're going to complete a pass.
There's like, gimmies. And that your offensive coordinator is understanding what's happening. He knows, like, oh, we're losing him. Let's give him a layup. And he's not hitting the layups. The layups are bouncing off the backboard, dog.
Crazy, dog.
It's bad, bro. It's bad, bro. That should have probably been your bad dope of the week. Bro. I think about it. Bro. And with that, man,
you know what? My bad dope of the week will surprise you, maybe.
All right, so let me get so we'll wait for yours. So my award of who bust my parlay. My parlay bust by, ironically, the team that I just got drafted to, man. Justin Tucker, dog. You can't get 2 field goals, my nigga. Like, really? You can't get 2 field goals, bro? And I'm not going to blame you. I'm going to blame the Ravens as a whole, bro. Y'all niggas going to fall flat on your face after what y'all did last week. We hype you up, Lamar. We hype you up, Derrick Henry, dog. And y'all niggas lose to the Cleveland poop stains. Y'all lose to a team that don't have enough respect. And they calling themselves after a color? For real? With Jameis Winston starting?
Famous Jameis, baby.
Okay. All right, bro. Okay, bet. It gotta be me. It gotta be me. Justin Tucker can't hit shit when I put money on him. It gotta be me. Bet. All right, whatever, dog. Cool, bro. Bro, who your bad dope of the week, man?
And you know what's funny, Herbie? We are oftentimes on similar wavelengths, man. And while I don't have the same team, I have a team from the same division for a quite similar reason, because I don't know why, Herbie, I keep putting my faith in that fucking guy, Joe Burrow. I don't know why the fuck I keep putting my faith in the fucking Bengals, Herbie. But they're my bad dope for busting my goddamn ticket, Herbie. Like, bro, how the fuck you niggas are home and you let the Eagles, like, this is not the Eagles who went to the Super Bowl. Like, yeah, they have Saquon and he's looked good for them, no lie. But Herbie, these Eagles shouldn't beat you by 20 points in your own freaking house. And I have money. I picked y'all niggas to win outright, dog. Put money on y'all. Y'all the first ones to bust my ticket. Man, listen, the Bengals have skated by off of that Super Bowl run. Zach Taylor, who I remember you when you were on Miami staff as the quarterback coach, quote unquote. I don't think you did shit while you was here. Okay? Zach Taylor, who's living off of his top flight quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, I'm sick of these niggas, dog. I'm done with these niggas, bruh. I'm done with the Bengals. Their season's over, Herbie. I wanted to believe in them. I believe that they could come back. They're not going to do shit, Herbie. They're over with, dog. I hate them. I hate them.
That might be a new term, bro. That's grits, bro. Yeah, we might have to start using that because them niggas is grits. They grits
They're
with cheese.
Herbie
They
grits
cheese
grits with
grits.
cheese, bro.
Yeah,
Herbie, they
sugar.
grits with cinnamon, dog. Like
Yeah,
they got
grits.
they're a jambalaya grits, dog. That's how I'm looking at these niggas right now.
Oh, they got sausage in that bit too. A little bit of
Everything.
scrimp, a little bit of scrimp. Oh yeah,
They
they
got
grits.
they got some
Yeah,
scallion.
yeah.
They got some chives. Herbie, that shit got all kind of shit. Your stomach turn after you eat that bit. That's what they are, bro. I can't stand the Bengals right now. I'm so mad.
Oh my god, man! All
Backup
right,
of the
man.
week, Cincinnati.
Parlay busted Justin Tucker, the Ravens, and yeah, man. All in all, though, great episode, bro. Absolutely great episode. This episode was awesome, bro. Like we really get in our groove, man. So gonna go ahead and close out the show for this week. We will see y'all next Sunday, man, or Monday. All in all, it is the Phin Outta Water Football Weekly Reaction and Recap Show, and we are signing out once again, man. See y'all next week.
Deuces.